The coronavirus pandemic is closing schools, but for Pinnacle Charter in Federal Heights, 80% of their 2,000 students depend on free or reduced lunch. So without school in session, how will these children get the meals they need?
We're going to use our transportation system to actually get these meals out to the kids and try to meet those kids where they are.
Starting tomorrow morning, Pinnacle is deploying school buses out to 12 of their centrally located bus stops in North Denver.
Summer school looks full because during the pandemic, the classrooms were so empty.
And attendance is really good too, which is great.
This is the Pinnacle Charter School in Thornton, a place where most families need bags of food to take home, a place where remote learning could not emulate in-person learning for teachers like Farrah Ross.
Yes, and that has had a significant impact on so many kids.
It is heartbreaking, but kids heading back to school have to prepare for the worst.
Today, students at a local school will learn what to do if there's an active shooter on campus. Pinnacle Charter School officials had teachers go through the training earlier this month with an armed gunman. Now students will get the training minus the gunman. Administrators want to teach the students about their options and empower them to act.
Some of these junior high kids are as big as I am. They can help in these situations.
This is Pinnacle Charter School near Denver, Colorado. Like many schools across the United States grappling with the plague of mass shootings, Pinnacle is preparing for the day a gunman might walk through their front door. But here, the lesson plan goes beyond the regular lockdown drill. For the first time, all 2,000 students are getting advanced training in how to confront an active shooter. And that training starts with kindergartners.
After the STEM shooting happened, it made us really sit back and say, we've got to do something different here.
One school realized it couldn't just provide the classes and teachers, it needed to make sure kids had a way to get to school. Denver 7 education reporter Nicole Brady visited one location where it's not just summer school, but a host of summer services.
It may be June, but the buses are still pulling up to school each morning.
We have never had bus transportation ever, so this was a really big one.
So we're really doing school as we did throughout the year.
Thanks to a grant, Pinnacle Charter School in Federal Heights was able to expand summer school and offer transportation to any student that wanted it this year.
Inside these classrooms, some of the greatest lessons aren't the ones that come from textbooks.
It's a place where I feel safe and I feel like it's a constant in my life.
That's straight-A student Miranda Day.
Miranda didn't share her story with anyone.
You see, Miranda and her mother, Tammy, are homeless. They've been sleeping in their van since April.
It can be cold outside, and the car's running almost all night, trying to keep us warm. It's just difficult.
And last week, things got worse.
Our car broke down. Our home was gone. I didn't know what we were going to do.
She says the light at the end of the tunnel was gone.
No, there was one, but there wasn't one, but there was because of her.
Because of her.
When I learn those things, it really breaks my heart.
So Pinnacle Charter Middle School principal Kimberly Stalkup asked the community for a few simple items to help them.
Fox 31's Kim Posey live to show us how Pinnacle Charter School in Thornton trained today using a very aggressive program. Kim?
Yeah, Jeremy, during a standard lockdown drill, students may hear the phrase locks, lights, out of sight. And that means to lock the door. Oops, here we go. Lock the door, turn off the lights, and then hide. But this training today was very different. This school drill takes active shooter training to a whole new level.
The students at Pinnacle Charter School in Federal Heights were getting all their equipment ready this weekend.
We're building computers.
Eliana Ortiz is a sophomore at Pinnacle.
And you're going to put one screw in here.
She and a group of students spent their Saturday morning at school, assembling the computers they will use to compete in the school's new esports team.
It's really exciting for me. I've always loved video games, so this is just, whoa.
Everyone was excited. and we were just talking about it all day.
Junior James Pena says the announcement that CHSA would pilot an esports program was exciting and unexpected.
It was a surprise to my parents, definitely their parents as well.
Karen Morford at Pinnacle Charter School in Federal Heights. And Karen, that's hosting one of the several so-called vaccine equity clinics around the state.
That's right, Jim. It's part of the governor's Vaccine for All program. There'll be one of several sites. Here, the clinic will be open to everyone, but will have a focus on serving the minority populations in this area.
As the rollout of COVID vaccines to children as young as 5 begins, there's a renewed focus on equity.
It's really nice to have the clinic here just because they know us. They trust us.
Children as young as 6 at Pinnacle Charter School in Thornton, Colorado are this week among the first in the country to go through detailed active shooter training at school.
Age-specific active shooter curriculum for every student.
Joe Didon founded TAC One, the company leading the training. Kindergartners will learn how to communicate using hand signals. Older grades will learn how to barricade themselves. Middle and high schoolers will learn how to tackle and hold a gunman. Chad Miller is a school CEO.
Now we have kids who are empowered taking action into their own hands.
Alex Stone, ABC News.